This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Yes, sirree. We are having a good one because today, according to Kevin Weeks, the Edmonton Oilers, after a meeting at what looked to be a Joey's the other day between Ken Holland and Jay Woodcroft, are nearing a 3-year contract extension. Yes, this is exactly what we needed, right? Obviously, the challenge was Jay Woodcroft came in and solved every single problem the Oilers had, got them all the way to the third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs with Leon Draisaitl playing on 1.5 ankles and Darnell Nurse not even able to twist. Mike Smith, who the heck even, like the list of injuries to Mike Smith from what I've heard is so long that even if you tried to read it all, you'd be confused halfway down the list. And of course, everything else that happened for the Oilers during that playoff run. And we got all the way, swept by the Avs. But you know what? End of the day, if you find a coach that just steps in and takes a terrible team at the point he stepped in at, whips them into shape, gets them going, and proven track record in the AHL of winning, well, why not keep them around? Half this roster, 3/4 of this Oilers roster that went to the Stanley Cup final, or Stanley Cup playoffs, third round, almost to the final. Seriously, had played for Woodcroft before playing for him as an Edmonton Oilers head coach. So, this whole Ken Holland hate thing is getting really old because, you know what? Last offseason, the big decision was, do you keep Nuge forever or is it time to move on or is it a bridge deal? What do you do? And he did the most likable thing you could do in keeping Nuge forever. And now this year, the big ask in the terms of signing someone is Jay Woodcroft. Yes, you can say about the goaltending, you can say about defense, you can say about forwards, that's roster. But if you don't have someone capable of running Connor McDavid deep into the playoffs every year, you ain't winning anyway. So that is where the most key thing that Ken Holland can do this offseason is get this 3-year extension done for Jay Woodcroft, and that is the most exciting news to hear today. The fact that Jay Woodcroft is more than likely, probably by Monday, right? The Oilers don't like announcing news Saturday, Sunday. They're a big old 10 a.m. press conference on Monday morning. I don't know if that's just an Edmonton Oilers media thing because they're all too busy golfing. Who knows? I don't know, right? But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where the Oilers always release news Monday at 10 a.m., and we may very well get to see Jay Woodcroft sticking around for 3 more years. And of any of the Edmonton Oilers coaches that's going to out-coach his contract, it's going to be Jay Woodcroft. You know what, you guys? A lot of people were judgmental of me saying that Woodcroft back in December was the guy. It took to February, and then he took it all the way to June to prove that he is the guy. But my goodness, if you're debating that Jay Woodcroft is or isn't the guy to coach the Edmonton Oilers right now at this point and into the future, you, my friends, have lost the argument. Start from square one. Find something new to complain about. Maybe complain about the Oilers potentially not re-signing Jesse Puljujärvi because that's a whole nother issue. But right now, the biggest thing we need to do, simply put, is get this done. And the Oilers are this close to getting it done. Ken Holland, a little whining and dining at Joey's, maybe wheeling and dealing a deal here with Jay Woodcroft. And Monday 10 a.m. we should see. And you know what? I'd love the Oilers to light up social media and sign Jay Woodcroft to a 3-year extension on a Saturday or a Sunday. Are you kidding me? Let's go. So, friends, what do you think of the deal, right? Obviously, I'm going to ramble for a little bit more, but I'm going to stop right here. Ask you if you want to stick around, feel free to hit that subscribe button for sure. But the biggest thing I'm looking for in this video is just your thoughts on not necessarily what Jay Woodcroft did, but what Jay Woodcroft and Dave Manson will be capable of bringing to the Oilers in a full season leading up to the playoffs, right? They had to disassemble, reassemble, rebuild a terrible team that was capable of being a top 4 team in the NHL and take them there. That was no easy task. You give them, and this is where I've heard it from my Bakersfield contacts, this is the Jay Woodcroft plan, right? Brad Malone does not get re-signed if Jay Woodcroft is not the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers next season. That is kind of the case in point, right? This is the Jay Woodcroft built Oilers, and right now this is why you're hearing about this contract extension now. This is not a wait for it to happen kind of thing. This is, hey, Jay, we have to have you under contract so as we can get you going with building this roster. And the fact that the Oilers are going to have a team, right? This team was assembled by Dave Tippett, and Jay Woodcroft was able to do what he did with it. Well, now you assemble it under Jay Woodcroft and allow him to do Jay Woodcroft things behind the bench. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'm game with that. That is for sure. So, my friends, that's where we find ourselves on a fancy, fine Saturday afternoon. Jay Woodcroft about to be locked up by the Oilers, more than likely to a 3-year extension as of, if not before, 10 a.m. Monday morning. You heard it here first on Dolynny TV, but the source coming from Kevin Weeks tweeting out that video at the skateboard shop, I think. I don't know what that, I didn't watch it. It's just all over social media, so I figured I better get you something up. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Up on out of here.